Hey everybody, my name is Rick Dykes. I live in Birmingham, Alabama, and I own a company called Covenant Insurance. But I grew up in South Mississippi, actually rather low income environment, and from a family who is from a long line of people who come from a low income environment. And I grew up, we did okay, like we survived. I didn't go hungry very often, but I didn't know a lot about how to use money, how to use financial tools, and just how to really get by and live up to my full potential. We were really just taught how to barely get by, and certainly no principles on saving, giving, the power of having great resources, and being good at business and giving back to other people. And so what I've learned is that when you have access to resources, you can really do great things. You can find your potential and you can give back to others and you can do great things in the world. So a question that I would have for you is, if you look around any small town in America, whether a really small town or a really large town really, the biggest building in the town is what? It's a bank. It's because a bank is one of the most profitable entities in America, because they take in deposits from you, from myself, and then they use that money to lend it out to other people at an exponential rate. So a question I would have is, if you could own your own bank and then your deposits, you could borrow from them, and you knew that this bank would be a passively profitable business within 5 to 7 years, and it would be profitable forever, and anytime you needed money from it, you could get it, pay yourself back, perhaps with interest, and then you could borrow money again, and you could use it to run your own businesses, to retire off of. You could use it as your own savings vehicle. What would happen then is you would have access to your full potential, because financial funding is your full potential. So in 2005, I started in the financial services industry, and I learned a lot about it. I built a great practice for 7 years. I sold it and I left, and I was a pastor for 5 years at a very large church. And I realized that there are two things that people really need to have peace in their life. It's just security in their faith and security in their finances. And then after about 5 years of that, I was kind of unexpectedly fired from my job, and I'm sure many of you have experienced something very similar. But after that, I started a new business back in the insurance industry, and I had a ton of capital built up in my home with no access to the cash. Life insurance policy would have given me access to that cash, and I would love to help you do something very, very similar. Now I have access to all of my cash through a life insurance policy. You can reach me, and I can help you with something very similar at bookwithrick.com. I'd love to help you. Let's talk. Let's do something great together.